Hi, everybody. I'm Sherry Hudson-Passy from the SLIG committee, and we are going to do another student experience video, they're so much fun to do, and I'm so grateful to do them. So you can learn about the different courses that SLIG offers and how the students really felt about them. So today we are going to talk about the BCG Certification course, which is Understanding and Meeting Standards, taught by Angela McGee and Karen Stansberry. And I'm excited because I took this course too. So this is me talking about my experience. So what I'm going to do is I am going to ask a couple of questions, and we're just going to talk and let you understand how the course worked and what you can get from it, and let you know a little bit more about it. So first of all, I'm going to ask these wonderful participants that we have is why you took the course, and I'll start with me. I took it because I needed some get up and go. I needed to have some motivation after starting and stopping so many times because of family events. And I'll tell you that this course did not disappoint. So, but I don't want to take up all the time talking about my experience. So who would like to answer that question as to why you took this course? Whoever wants to start, go right ahead.
I'll
Suzanne,
go.
why don't you go ahead?
All right.
Go for it,
So
Suzanne.
I'm Suzanne Hoffman. I'm actually the vice president of the Association of Professional Genealogists, which you'd expect all the professional genealogists to have a
Right.
CG or an AG, and they don't. The
And we
majority,
don't.
right? Exactly. We're all working, but I call myself a professional volunteer. I spend so many hours doing everything for everybody else other than myself.
Yeah, I hear you.
And really earning your CG is somewhat of something you want to do for yourself. It's a
Mhm.
sense of completion. It's something that says, I can do this, but
Absolutely.
I still feel like I can't. I feel, the imposter syndrome sort of sets in and says, am
Yeah.
I really good enough?
Oh,
And you need that little push. And
yes.
it's not just Angela and Karen, who as a team are phenomenal
Oh,
together, but
yes.
it's the entire rest of the class.
Yes.
The whole class was really engaged, and I really felt like there was something to be preserved in the information that says you could do this, and here's the methodology to get from point A to X, Y, and Z and be done.
Absolutely. Absolutely. Thank you. Christine, what about you?
So I'm Christine Fichter, and I'm primarily a genetic genealogist, but I've been thinking about my getting my CG for a long time, and I actually don't really need to make any comments because I think Suzanne summed it up. But it really should be retitled, "Get rid of your imposter syndrome" or something, because I would take institute courses and watch webinars and do this, and I just didn't feel ready. I wasn't ready. But then I'm like, I'm learning all this stuff. I did, all the major courses, and still I wasn't ready to, jump in. And I felt like, okay, this course sounds like it breaks down all the things that make me anxious,
Yeah.
and touches on all of them in a very systematic way,
Mhm.
but also with a community of people who are sort of all in the same boat, even though in different places, but
Yeah.
still, coming at it with similar goals, I would imagine. And so, and I agree, Sherry, it didn't disappoint. It
Mhm.
was this perfect balance of building up confidence in the skills that you already have, and then filling the gaps of the stuff you didn't know
Right.
that you want to know to be able to move forward. So
Exactly.
yeah,
And
it's
understanding how it
great.
all works. I mean, it seems so daunting when you look at it, and
Yeah.
it just feels like so overwhelming. Suzanne, were you going to say something?
Yeah, Christine sort of piqued my curiosity. She said a systematic way, and I all of a sudden remembered something that I learned from the class that I haven't learned in 25 years of doing any kind of research and following BCG and trying to figure out why there's document work, why there's a case study. There's a progression that
Yes.
actually occurs within the documents that you have to turn in. And that was one of the things that really came home from the classes, understanding the building block of your
Ah,
portfolio and why
yes.
it ends with the KDP, because it really is an overview of everything you have done, starting with the document work, or
Yeah.
actually starting with filling out the application.
Exactly.
Um, what I filled out the application more than 2 years ago,
Yeah.
right? I've been on the clock already for the
Yeah.
length of time I should have completed it.
Right, me
That's
too,
little
more
bits
than
and
enough
pieces,
time.
And I've
right,
not yet been
exactly.
brave enough to fill it out.
Right.
So
There you go.
So that's a good point too. In the course, we had lots of different people, lots of different backgrounds.
Yes.
At first I thought, I'm going to feel so intimidated when I go into this because I'm going to have all these people that I've looked up to. And I'm surprised that they didn't have their CG already. There's probably people in here that know way more than I do. And I was so surprised that I didn't feel that way in the course.
neither.
No, I
No,
really,
and I think people
yeah,
were coming at it in a very generous spirit of
absolutely.
we all know different things and we've all had different learning.
Mhm.
But there was never a feeling of something was a dumb question, either by the classmates or
Yes,
certainly Angela and Karen. They
exactly.
entertained every question,
Yes.
sometimes twice, and always with a vote of, you can do
You
this,
can do
attached to
this.
that. Yeah, yeah.
Right, exactly.
Absolutely. Yeah,
Hashtag you can do this.
exactly. And it's not so
Not
bad.
what was
Hashtag
it?
it's
Not
not so
not so
bad.
bad.
Not so bad. That's right.
Yes, exactly. So if you could think of a takeaway, one takeaway, which it's very hard with this class, what would it be? Your biggest takeaway from this class? I think mine would be hashtag it's not so bad.
Yeah, I think if you're in the place where you feel like you have all of the content, like you've learned how to do the
Mhm.
work, but you still feel like you can't take that step to apply, then
Yeah.
I think this is a great place. Or maybe you're wondering if you're ready for that step. Then I think this is a great course because it does a nice balance of a broad overview of the
That's
goals, but then
yes.
breaks them down in literally a path
A literally a
to
path, a
get
beginning
there, a
path.
literal path to get there. And it kind of it goes back to like kindergarten, right? When they chunk up the work so that so you can do it step by step, but you're not losing sight of
Exactly.
the big picture. And it really is that nice balance. And so, I think even if you're wondering if you're there, take the class because I think people
Yes.
realize they are there.
Yes, exactly. Exactly. Suzanne?
No, I just think that the class actually gives you a very rounded view, a very complete view of the process that you need to go through and what you need to focus on, right? Going through the rubrics
Yeah,
helps and being able to match up the rubric to the specific element of that particular
right.
um, uh, a component of the
Mhm.
document itself. But in understanding the pain that people have gone through, it was very interesting having people who've already are partway there. And
Mhm.
without talking about subject matter or, what they're doing, they can talk about how they framed each of the components. And I think that
Yeah,
was very helpful for me is to understand the differentiation between a research report and a case study and a
yeah,
KDP
yeah.
and what you could actually contribute about the lives of the
Mhm.
people you were talking about in each of those
Oh, I love that.
components.
I
And
love that.
I didn't find that in the other two courses I've taken. I have taken two other courses that are specific to certification and accreditation. So it was interesting that this one just gave me a little bit more insight
Yeah,
into how everything fits together and
yes,
how you can reuse components of what you've done
right.
all the way through and
Yep.
still get to
Yes,
something that's quite unique for each one of the different segments.
exactly. I was thinking too, another subtitle could be taking the mystery out.
Yep, there you go. Yeah.
Taking the mystery out, because it really did feel like this is not overwhelming. This can be done. This you can do it. And I've noticed lately more and more people are getting their CGs, it seems like. And so I think the word is getting out. In this course in particular, my next question was, would you recommend it? And of course, I know that we all three would. I
Absolutely.
absolutely would recommend it, whether you're on the clock already and still, like me, still struggling to get it done, or whether you're thinking about going on the clock. This will take the mystery out of it. This will show you step by step how to get your
Mhm.
CG, as they say, just turn that sucker in, a quote from Judy Russell.
Yeah, I think
It's
the
pass
insider
fail.
knowledge that
Yes,
they shared and also acknowledging that not everything's as sort of clean cut as we want it to be and
oh
where it is and
yes,
where it isn't. And then also I really respect instructors who say they don't know when they don't know and are willing to find out for us. And so,
absolutely. And we
it
have
was
a
really
fabulous Facebook group, which is still active. which is wonderful. And so, so the learning and the support continues even after the course is over, which I really, really like. So
It was hard to dedicate those Thursdays, but it was worth it.
yeah, very,
Yeah.
very worth it. Suzanne?
Well, there are groups within the class too who are
Yes.
continuing to
Yes.
interact with each other. So I know that there's a group that's here in Chicago that
Ah,
we meet on periodic basis, and occasionally Karen will pop in.
oh, that's
And she's another
wonderful.
one who's here, so
Yeah.
it helps us. But we've just lost two of our people because they did submit, and one just found out today that she got certified. So
Oh, that's
great.
wonderful. That
They
is
don't want to keep coming to the
Mhm.
group.
they
They
don't
do.
To the
They
group.
come as mentors.
as
They come as
mentors.
mentors
Yeah.
and cheerleaders for the rest of us.
So
Right.
great. That is so great. Well, this is we could talk about this course all day, I
We
think. It
could.
was that good. It was that good. So, like I said, if you are even thinking about and wondering, is this something for me? Sign up for this course. You will not be disappointed. If you're in the middle of it, like I am, and think you're never going to get this done, and maybe you're worried that maybe you're in over your head, take this course. You'll see more than you think you do, Suzanne.
No, I was going to say you could always take it again too. I've
Exactly.
done that. I've done that with sleep
Yeah,
classes. I've taken it, and then
exactly.
4 years later, I've gone back and taken it
Taking
again.
it again. Absolutely. You will enjoy this course. You will learn so much. You will see that you do have what it takes. You've got that knowledge that you need. So thank you, Suzanne and Diane. I mean, Christine, sorry. Sorry.
Okay.
I told you I'm the queen of mistakes. So don't worry about if you make any mistakes in this recording. Christine and Suzanne, thank you so much for joining me. And we encourage you, if you're interested at all in getting your CG and want to know more about it and get those understand the skills that it takes, please sign up. Just go to the SLIG webpage and look for registration and the times it will be held again. And thank you again. And we will see you next time. And we'll talk to you more about SLIG courses. Bye, everybody.
Bye-bye.
Bye.